Hello everybody, we are back here on The Hunter Call the Wild, and today we are taking to multiplayer to hopefully get a few of the trophies that we need from this reserve. There's still a few diamonds that we don't have, and I'd also like to get that rack for the mule deer that they recently fixed. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Scarecrow, there's pictures of the bugged one still. Well, they actually did fix it, but there was apparently two different variations of that rack, so one of them is bugged, and one of them is completely fixed, and hopefully we can find the fixed one today. That is going to be our goal. Obviously, I'd like a nice rare mule deer also, and then we still need to find some of the diamonds of the new species, along with a few of the rares from the new species, so if we can find any of those along the way, it's going to be a bonus. We also need to try and track down a nice coyote male for a multi-mount, and I think other than that, that's pretty much all we need, which is still quite a bit. We got a lot of things that we could possibly go for on this map, and I'm really excited to get some of them checked off the list. But I think without further ado, let's actually get into the hunting and see if we can find anything good. At this point, a lot of people know that this lake right here is absolutely insane for whitetail, but it's also pretty incredible for mule deer. As you guys can see, they are just all over, and that's a pretty big four tucked away in there. We're definitely going to try and get that guy down, along with probably this one too. We can manage to get him to come out of that pile. But the lake that I'm talking about is right here near Bosque Alto. This is one that I've shown off many times in my videos as of recent, and I think the majority of you guys know that it's a crazy good lake for whitetail deer. But it's also super good for mule deer, and I've got quite a few decent rares from here ever since Rancho Del Arroyo released, so I'm hoping that this will be the lake that will produce something good for us today. I mean, there's about 40 different Rancho servers up right now, so I think we have a pretty good chance. So I think what we're going to do real quick is do the 22 trick, so that we can hopefully get that bigger one to come out, because he's tucked away behind everything, and there he is right there. We are also using the 303 British today. I thought it was about time we take this thing out and give it a little bit of playtime, because it's a very strong rifle and probably top 3 guns for me in the entire game. It's just got such a nice sound with a ton of knockdown power. Neither of these bucks ended up running very far, and this first guy is a 269.40 with a perfect double lung, and he only made it a few feet before he fell over. Now, as for this other one, I don't know where the blood's going, so we're gonna have our dog chase it down. And there he is. He actually went in a completely different direction than what I thought. This guy is a 266, so a little bit lower scoring than the last one. Still a pretty cool looking mule deer, though. I do like this rack. I wish the tips were a little bit further apart, but overall it's pretty nice. Oh my gosh. Well, we just found ourselves a level 5 mule deer, and it's a guaranteed troll, so that's pretty sad that our first level 5 is a guaranteed troll, but honestly, I'm just kind of happy that we found one. I was pretty confident that we'd find something decent, since not a lot of people are hunting mule deer right now, and Rancho Del Arroyo just came out, so it was pretty likely we would at least find 1 or 2 good things, but I was really hoping the first good thing we found wouldn't be a guaranteed troll. It's a little bit sad, but I suppose we will take it out anyway, so just go ahead and line up on this guy. And that should be good. Yep, that'll be the end of that guy. Ooh, hold on, there's actually another one. Oh my gosh, there's another 5. Is that... I think that's the rack we're after. I think that might be the new rack. Oh my gosh. Is that... I can't tell. I think that's the one we're after. I think that's the rack that we want. Oh, please let this be it. Please let this grind come to an end now. There he is, right there. I think that's definitely the one we want. That might actually be an uneven rack, now that I'm looking at it again. That might be an uneven rack. I mean, either way, we definitely have to get this guy down. I think that's 100% the brand new rack. Oh my gosh, look at... What is... Okay, I actually don't know what that is. Whatever it is, that thing looks wild. I think that is it. We're gonna wait for him to get a little bit closer and then we'll try to take him out. I don't necessarily want to take a risky shot. Actually, I think that should be good. I think that should be good. Let's watch the hunting pressure. But I think that should have been a good shot. And it was. We got him down. That, I believe, is the rack that we were chasing after. I really hope it is. It definitely looked like it, but it might be kind of a twisty one. It did look like there was a little bit of weird stuff going on with those main beams on the front of that right antler. Okay, this is the guaranteed troll, I think? Yeah. Just so that we don't risk losing this one that we actually want to get, I'm going to get him first. Then we'll head back and claim the other one. This guy right here is a very insane mule deer, and yeah, this is it. This is the one that they fixed. Now, there is currently one thing that's still a little weird. It's got a little dip in the antler right there, but other than that, it should be completely fixed. Oh my gosh, that thing looks wild. And they are going to fix that little dent in the antler, just so everybody knows, but that is a diamond mule deer at 320. Wow, that's a really wide one for this rack too. It's not normally this wide. That is crazy. But yeah, as I was saying, this is supposed to be fixed eventually. This was not intended to happen. It will get filled out and look like a normal beam. But it's just cool to see that they actually did fix this rack. I'm hoping that they'll get the other bugged one fixed, but this is just crazy looking. We don't have the best view of it in here because he's kind of looking at an odd angle, but once we get him in the lodge, we'll actually be able to take a look at him. That's so cool. I'm happy we were actually able to find him, and in the same server with a guaranteed troll. That guy is just crazy looking. And now as for this guy, honestly a better looking mule deer, but no chance of making diamond, and it is a 307.30. Quite sad that it didn't make it. But this rack actually does have a very small chance of making it, and actually we got an uneven one. The stickers off this side are much shorter, so it probably would have scored more like 311 or 312 if it had been even. But I feel like if you got wide tip to tip on this rack, you could make diamond. I've actually seen one make it in the past, but it's been pretty much ever since release that I saw one. So they're extremely rare. But hopefully one of these days we can find ourselves a diamond with this rack. So even though we just achieved our entire goal of this video, we're going to continue looking because this guy has not hunted any of his mule deer zones as far as I can tell. They seem to be all fresh, so for all we know there could be a rare here too. And if there is, I'd like to thoroughly check everything in hopes of finding one. Unfortunately, there was nothing else good on the rest of the mule deer zones on that map, so I've decided to move on to another server, and I found one that is actually at the time that I like to head to my favorite hotspot at. And so that's what we're gonna do. Let's go see if this guy's got anything good there. It looks like he's never been down to this part of the map. There's no need zones around there at all, and it looks like most of the hunting pressure is around the middle. So I think this might be a good one to check that spot. There could be a pretty high chance of something good. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think I just spotted an albino. Oh yeah, that is an albino mule deer doe. So we're not quite to the hotspot yet, but we did just find something cool. It's only a doe, sadly, but that's still pretty nice. Let's see if we can get a shot into her real quick. Looks like she's actually going to continue running towards us, so we might actually get a pretty close range shot. But this is a pretty cool area to actually find one. I really like this location. It's just really beautiful. And it's kind of cool to take out a mule deer kind of in the mountains, which is where I would expect to find a lot of them in this type of an area. There she is right there. Let's see if we can get a shot on her. And that will be a vital hit. Let's just real quickly swing by here and grab her. Cool to get another rare, even if it is just a doe. We'll go ahead and tax her, toss her into one of the backup lodges. Not too bad. I do like the improved look of the albinos. I think it's a little bit more realistic. Not necessarily as clean and nice looking, but it does seem to be more realistic, so I guess I can't be too mad about it. The lag here is absolutely ridiculous, and that's a good thing because it usually means there's a lot of animals here. And it does look like we got quite a bit going on. And there is a bunch of pheasants. If we could find ourselves a rare pheasant, that would be amazing, but I don't think there's gonna be any here. At the very least, I'd like to find something half decent, but so far it's just pretty average stuff, sadly. There was some more pheasants over here, but they once again are nothing too special. We're gonna keep moving down though, because there's a lot of spots we have yet to cover. So hopefully out of one of them there will be at least one thing that's good. Well, I don't see anything too incredible out here, but I did see a 9 to 11 turkey, if I can find it again. There he is. So let's go ahead and take him out. I believe we should be at 150. Maybe not quite. There we go. Got him on the second shot. Everything else looked pretty average, but level 2 turkeys do have a chance of making diamonds, so we might as well take that dude out. Well, it looks like we got ourselves a piebald doe out there, so that is the second rare doe that we found today. Across, well, actually just this server we had 2 rare does, and then in the last server we had the 2 level 5 bucks. So we've been having really good mule deer luck, just not good luck on most other things, but we did primarily come here for muleys, so I really can't complain too much. I'm hoping that was good. It's kind of a risky shot, but it looks like we did get it. However, this lag is absolutely terrible right now, dropping down to 23 FPS. We're gonna try and fight through it though and just get to those 2, because we definitely want to see if that turkey's diamond, and can't really complain about adding a rare to one of our backup lodges. Alright, well, here is that turkey. It is just a gold, sadly, so no diamond on him, but let's go try to find that piebald. I'm really hoping that one of these days going to this zone is going to produce us a legendary coyote, because I have never been able to come across a level 9 on Layton. It's just not super easy to hunt coyotes on Layton Lakes, and because of that we've never got a 9 or any rares at all. So I'm really hoping that we can get ourselves one on Rancho Del Arroyo, especially with this hotspot being a thing, and a lot of times there's multiple zones of coyotes, so hopefully we can eventually get one. And there is our little piebald. Our dog eventually found it, so go ahead and claim that. Sadly, not really anything that we can put in our main lodge, but still something to toss into the secondary one, so can't complain. I am honestly super interested in seeing what this guy is going to look like on the wall, because it honestly looks kind of interesting when it was in the kill screen, and it was really hard to get a good view of what it truly looks like just because of the angle that we shot him at. So I am excited to see what he's going to look like on the wall next to the rest of our mule deer. I mean, that is honestly miles better than what it used to be, but once they fix those little dips in the antlers, it's going to look even better, because like I was saying earlier, that is not supposed to be there, and they do know about it. They are going to try and fix it, but that honestly is just miles better than what it looked like before the patch, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm liking the way it looks. We're actually going to leave him there, I think. He looks pretty good in between those. It is a relatively low scoring one at 320 though, so that makes me wonder what the other bugged rack is going to score once they fix that, because they did confirm there was 2 different ones that were bugged and were bent backwards like that, so I'm interested in what the other one's going to look like, but this guy is looking pretty decent, minus the little dips. But anyway, guys, we are going to go ahead and end it there. If there's anything that you guys would like me to do in the next video, be sure to put it in the comments. I am always interested in seeing what types of ideas you guys come up with on future videos that we could make, or little challenges that you guys might have. If there's anything that you guys want me to do, put it down in the comments. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button, click the like button, and ring that notification bell so that you guys will never miss a video. Also, be sure to comment down below, as I just said. I really do read as many of them as I possibly can, and I also try to respond to them as often as possible. But anyway, with all that being said, thank you guys for, and this outro's turning to a mess. Peace, guys.